Hey y'all, I am at Lake Bob Sandlin State Park. We are going to take with the way the storm clouds are rolling in, a pretty good quick look around. This park does have some handicapped accessibility and does have some ADA capable trails. One in particular is going towards the trout pond. That is the only true ADA accessible trail that they have right now. It is, I'm going to say, a quarter of a mile to get to the pond. You can fish from there. They are currently working on the Lakeview Loop Trail to make it ADA compliant. There is a fishing pier here at the Great Big Lake Bob Sandlin. They do have a fishing pier, and one of the park rangers was telling me they have a gentleman who is in a wheelchair who comes out and fishes all the time off of the pier. Even though the pier itself is not truly ADA compliant because of the sloping issue, this guy, he doesn't take no for an answer. He wants to go fishing, and this is where he comes. And I don't blame him, because this is a very nice park. Let me show you around. Okay, so this is our park map of the hiking map, Lake Bob Sandlin State Park. Points of interest over here are the Brim Pond, Fort Sherman Cemetery, the fishing pier and trout pond. And it being spooky season, now that it's fall, that Sherman Cemetery will be pretty cool. I will be showing that to you today, though. We are currently parked right over here. I'm going to take you over. We're going to see the cemetery that is right here. We're going to go look at the fishing pier. We're going to take that short little walk over onto the Lakeview Loop, which they are working on to become more ADA compliant. In the loop, there is the Brim Pond and a wildlife viewing area. Then we're going to be coming over, and I'm going to show you the camping areas. He did say that all of the shelter areas and cabins are all ADA compliant. There is no problem whatsoever getting into the shelters or the cabins that they have available here at the state park. We'll loop back around, and we're going to park right here. And this is where we're going to be going up the ADA accessible trail to point of interest number 4, the trout pond, which you can fish at. And again, that's about, I'd say, quarter of a mile. So not bad. Let's go take a look around. This is just across from where I was parked. It has a great sheltered, screened over play area for the kids. Lots of little benches, and you'll see behind it there is a fenced in area. That fenced in area is actually the cemetery. We're walking through the playground. And again, if you don't trip over a rock or a stump or something on your hike, was it really a hike? I'm tripping over rocks. You can see out here, though I'm not going to go in today, You can see there's very old, ancient gravestones, grave markers from the Fort Sherman Cemetery, the oldest cemetery in Titus County. The Army of the Republic of Texas built Fort Sherman, where the soldiers protected nearby families from 1838 until the military post was no longer needed. While the exact location of the fort is unknown, this cemetery shows it was in this area. You hear a lot of construction and noises going on in the background. We've got a bathroom area right over here next to the playground. They're currently working on it. I'm going to put us on a pause. I'm going to go walk over to the fishing dock and give you a peek there. Alright, and as you can see over here is the parking area that is handicapped accessible, and we have paved walkways all the way to the bathrooms and to the dock ahead of us. I'm going to take a peek in the bathroom real quick. I'm going to put it on a pause, make sure there's nobody in there so that I don't invade anybody's privacy. Never mind on that. They are currently working on the bathrooms there, so we'll just let them do that. Down below, you can see that is the parking area for the boat ramp and boat ramp. Little dock there that you can tie up your boat to. But this is the trail down to the fishing pier. And again, because of the sloping, technically it is not ADA compliant because of the slope. But, you know, where there's a will, there's a way. I am proof of that myself. Because a year ago, I wasn't even able to walk a quarter of a mile without having to rest. But if you've got it in you to keep going, go. Let nature heal you. I can't say it enough. Let nature heal you. Look at this beautiful pier. If you think you might have some trouble getting up or down that slope, bring a friend. Maybe they need some healing too. Switching over here to the right. This is the dam side, and of course you can see over there the boat ramp and the little dock for your tie-up. They do have some little benches set out here. So hey, alright. This is a huge lake. No reason you can't catch something, even if it's only a good time. All right, we are going to the Brim Pond. This is the trail that they are working on to become ADA accessible. Oops, sorry, took you around the corner there. They're working on this one so that it can become ADA compliant. There is a pond here that you can fish from, and there's also nature viewing, wildlife viewing area, and it is right across from the park area that we just left. So let's take a walk down here, see what we can find over at the Brim Pond. You see, this is, they do have a handicap parking spot over there. The ground is fairly level. Since this is a really short little jaunt, I didn't put on my backpack or bring any water with me. It's just a quarter of a mile. But I do have my identification with me. Do have my keys, of course. And this is what they call an interpretive trail. As you go along, you're going to see these little signs that will tell you about the flora and fauna that you will find here in this area. There's some of the trees that we were just looking at on the sign. And again, I'm going to be looking everywhere. Oh, the sassafras. Sassafras is a tree that you can actually make a tea out of as well. That's what that is, a sassafras. I remember my mom making sassafras tea. Don't remember what it was good for, but it's okay. We'll have to dig that one up. See what sassafras was good for. My nemesis. You see it floating. Okay, spiderweb, go away. Okay. Y'all, while we take this hike, okay, I do see some bumpy bumps down here. It does get a little bit uneven. Okay. But I do see bicycle tracks. Or no, that's a stroller. Somebody brought a stroller down here. Anyway, me and spiders. Ooh. I was horseback riding, and me and my riding partner decided to get in a little race with our horses. And I was in the lead and came around a bend of pines straight into a 12-foot high, 20-foot wide web of palm-sized banana spiders, or whatever you call them. They're ginormous, as big as the palm of your hand, and green and scary, and yeah. Me and my horse were covered in hundreds of them, so now I have arachnophobia. So there's that story, and we're just gonna leave that alone. As we're walking through, there is a creek over here to our left. Don't know if you can see much of it. It does have some lots of little lily pads out there. But we are going to a pond, so you know. We've come upon the bird blind. Here's the wildlife viewing area. We can see the wildlife without scaring them. I am a pretty scary chick. All right. And here's our pond. And I keep running into these crazy spider webs. you look right over there, there's a couple of little birdhouses. I'm going to show you the skies. It's starting to sprinkle here. I knew it was coming up quick, so we're going to cut this one short. But as you can see, this trail isn't too bad. I would say it's a fairly easy trail. It is marked on the back of the map. Let me show you the back of the map. I'm sorry, guys. I completely forgot to do that. The Lake View, Homestead Trail, Dogwood, and Dogwood Cutoff are all easy trails, and Brim Pond is moderate. And it's just because there's steep gullies. Steep gully crossing. So, since I have an older phone, don't laugh, I don't have sponsors. I don't do this for sponsorship. I do this to share nature with everyone and show you that you don't have to stay home. You can get out into nature and enjoy life again. You can grow, whether you're growing mentally, emotionally, spiritually, growing in strength, or just knowledge, learning about the world around you. Get out there, enjoy life. Much love.